To more stories this evening, members of Parliament have highlighted the challenges faced by former MPs, emphasizing their vulnerability during times of illness due to the lack of post-retirement salary. The lawmakers contend that retired legislators often find themselves abandoned without financial support. These concerns were raised during a tribute to the late Kwejoteria Likbalimo, a former MP for Pandai who recently passed away. There's more in the following report.
On Thursday, the House voiced concerns about the dire situation faced by former members of Parliament who frequently find themselves neglected during periods of illness. These concerns arose during the delivery of a statement in honor of the late Member of Parliament for Pandai, Kwejoteria Likbalimo.
We must begin to bond, because beyond this house, believe me, nobody thinks about you. If you think anybody will think about you, forget it. Look, I don't know, those in the chamber today, you are lucky you've not seen any by-election. That result, oh no, we had to. You see your colleague coughing is there. And people are already wearing t-shirts and dancing around and jumping to replace him. Nobody's thinking about his family. Nobody's thinking about children. Nobody's thinking about how the family are, the pain they are going through. They are just happily to replace him. So each of us who is sitting here, if you think you are this important, I'm reminding you, you are not important at all to anybody, including your own constituents. Let us build a family here. Let's be each other's keeper. Let's try to fight for a system that can protect us when we leave. We are not talking about doing money to us. If you are sick and you have served this chamber for even 4 years, why can't the state take care of you? Somebody who has served 20 years, they still couldn't take care of him. He has to lament to go back home and die. Today is Lokwamo, Honorable Lokwamo. Who knows? Tomorrow it could be me. Who knows? It could be you. But we are not talking about the things that will protect each and every one of us beyond this chamber.
One day, Speaker Michael Quay then, as chairman of the board, had a request from a former member of Parliament, which request was that the former member of Parliament, and I'm just highlighting what the Honorable Muntaka have said. When we sit here, we allow the public to bastardize us for ex gratia. Beyond ex gratia, what is the quality of life of a former MP? And what are we doing to improve our lot? And Mr. Speaker, at the time, Professor Michael Quay, as chair of the board, needed to help a former MP with 12,000 Ghana cedis. And this MP was requesting to do a surgery, a prostate surgery. I want to keep the name because this is public. And Professor Quay turned to me and said, Haruna, that's a member of your caucus, former member. He needs urgent medical attention of 12,000 Ghana cedis. So Professor Quay whispered that, Minority Leader, find half, and I also provide half. Mr. Speaker, before 1 week, this former MP passed on because he couldn't afford the cost of the surgery. So what the Honorable Muntaka is saying, I know we've tried at the board that even the medical facility in Parliament should be made open and free to former members of Parliament.
Mr. Speaker, we need to take good care of ourselves too, as MPs or as Ghanaians. There is no sickness that is manufactured, but it is our lifestyles that brings sickness. Mr. Speaker, when we have Mercedes-Benz, they give us time to come and change oil, date. And if you go to the place after 2 weeks of the date, they will query you that why didn't you come that date they gave you. What about you yourself? Do you consider yourself to change your oil? We don't do it. Mr. Speaker, all we do, eat, come to work, sleep, eat, come to work, sleep. We don't even check our system. Just 300 Ghana cedis, you can do full blood count and monitor your system to know what is going on. Mr. Speaker, malaria, nobody manufactures malaria. If you get malaria, which means something has gone wrong. If you get typhoid, which means something has gone wrong. So what is it? Check and make sure you look healthy so that you can live long for your children and your grandchildren.
God help those who help themselves. This issue about the health of members of parliament came out a number of times. And the time I was majority leader, we took a decision that members should undergo thorough medical examination every year. And we entered into an agreement with the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. And the first Parliament at that time had the opportunity. The reports from Kolebu show that a number of members said this was an invasion into their privacy. And they were not going to subject themselves to that kind of comprehensive medical examination by the Kolebu Hospital.